Welcome to this week's episode of The Perceptive Readers, a podcast series made in the Product of Culture, aka Pop Books website's office. Hi, I'm James.
God is love and the ultimate poet. Hi, I'm James Lynch, and welcome to this Pop Books Update moment, along with it being a Sunday thought. I mentioned to you yesterday in the Perceptive Readers Telegram app that this was going to be a number 2 from the conversation that we had in number 1. And remember, I asked several questions on a spirituality topic, so to speak, which I hope you gained some value from. And so I mentioned that I would also post a Perceptive Readers podcast or Pop Books Update moment in the regular podcast that is distributed or homed on SoundCloud, which then actually branches out to many other platforms from here. So, God is love and the ultimate poet. What does this mean? Well, I wrote a post on the website and I closed out with several scriptures to help you to see the point that was being made. So this is one of those articles, I would say sage poetic moments as well, you see, that goes into personal feelings about God and actually the actions and statements he's made to people, to groups, you see, humankind. And along with that, I want to share with you in the good book, in the book of Timothy, it actually mentions that God's word has everything that we need to be fully competent, you see, in doing good works. And, of course, that means pleasing him. And so you heard me state many, many times before that this book, the good book, really does have everything. It covers every subject and even human emotions, maybe not in a descriptive way, but in more of an example way, or even a theater way, but it's real life, you see, of what humans go through and the ups and downs and the grief and the exhilaration of life, the enjoyment of life, the trials of life, what we go through in our interactions with others. And I've always appreciated the way that God expresses himself. You see, sometimes when you first start off reading the Bible, and for myself, I'm way past that phase now, but I do realize, I can really think back to younger days when I first started. You were so busy really just trying to get your questions answered at times, you see, that you actually bypass, if you will, the very flavorful emotions and language that God uses to express himself. You will find out that as you continue to read the Bible through and through and through, that, not only is God, of course, more than articulate, but he's also very passionate, uses the right words at the right time, the right meanings to them, the right emphasis on the words. And the reason why this is important to know, because you will find why us as humans being made in his image expresses ourselves in the same way and even similar situations. Yes, even passionate situations. So that person really know this is how I really do feel. You're going to notice that in the article that's on the popbooks.com website called God is Love and the Ultimate Poet. And you will see from just one person's point of view, like myself, one of the reasons, just one of the many reasons why I've enjoyed reading a good book over the years, because it truly helps a person to see God as that being that he is, more than just kingly power, you see, but truly a being that you can feel the friendship and the connection with, and can actually encourage you at the right time. So let me go ahead and read the whole article, and then we'll just close out on this Sunday thought, okay? It goes like this. Millions of live humans moving into billions hear God is love. It is such a wonderful feeling at the right time to hear the grand one, God is love, not that he has love. Let's say this again. God is love, not simply that he has love. With this knowledge in mind, by spending time in his word, the Bible, or affectionately called the good book, every day you will read how this grand one expresses himself in such poetic language, which is proving once again he is the ultimate, yes, the ultimate poetic, if you will. Imagine being told the following when you are at a low point in your life. Would you forever remember such deeply moving poetic expressions of reasoning in love? So here are the verses from the good book. These happen to be taken from the New International Version, I believe. But as I said before, no matter what version that you have gotten from the King James on, the New World Translation on, as you read them, see if you do not get the same spirit and flavor coming from God. So remember in my comments that imagine being told the following when you are at a low point in life by God. See, imagine being told this, and I want to emphasize, would you forever remember such deeply moving poetic expressions of reasoning in love? And these thoughts are taken from Ezekiel chapter 16, verses 5 through 12. God speaks. No one looked on you with pity or had compassion enough to do any of these things for you. Rather, you were thrown out into the open field. For on the day you were born, you were despised. Then I passed by and saw you kicking about in your blood. And as you lay there in your blood, I said to you, live. I made you grow like a plant of the field. You grew and developed and entered puberty. Your breasts had formed and your hair had grown, yet you were stark naked. Later, I passed by, and when I looked at you and saw that you were old enough for love, I spread the corner of my garment over you and covered your naked body. I gave you my solemn oath and entered into a covenant with you, declares the sovereign Lord, and you became mine. I bathed you with water and washed the blood from you and put ointments on you. I clothed you with an embroidered dress and put sandals of fine leather on you. I dressed you in fine linen and covered you with costly garments. I adorned you with jewelry. I put bracelets on your arms and a necklace around your neck. And I put a ring on your nose, earrings on your ears, and a beautiful crown on your head. that ends the quote of God's statements there. Did you feel the flavor and the spirit of such language? Yes, poetic language has a flow of its own. It's more than just statements. See, it's statements that intertwine with that emotional to it. God has it. He has it in these verses. That's why it's more than just a pronouncement or a statement. It is truly something worthy of all sages to say, how poetic. God is the ultimate poet. You have just listened to the Perceptive Readers podcast. Remember, until next time, if you read something that encourages you to improve or enhance your life for the better, it becomes your reality.